I will say the only redeeming thing about this movie is that we have a podcast to talk about it on. If we did not have this moment, you and I, Greyson, right here on Carnage Candy, to talk about Keeper, I would be so angry. I would be empty and frustrated and feel like I wasted my night completely. But you have given me the gift of justification of seeing this, so thank you.
Well, thank you, because the same goes for you. Because I will tell you right now, I guarantee you could feel how I felt about this movie about 5 minutes into it.
Yep. So welcome to Carnage Candy. I'm Shaun. This Greyson. We're gonna review Keeper, which we just saw. If you like horror content, make sure and like and subscribe to the video. Tell us what you thought about Keeper down below before you watch the review, right here, right now. And when you're done with the review, give us a thumbs up if we validated everything you're feeling. I went into this thinking, I hate Osgood Perkins. I think he's kind of trash. And how about you?
Yeah, I came into this movie with a very, very open mind, because so far there's only been one Osgood Perkin film that I enjoyed, and it's The Monkey.
Yeah. See, I did not like The Monkey very much, but I actually thought Blackcoat's Daughter was nice and mean and okay for an indie, right? But like I it's like a 6 or a 7, right? I think it's a solid indie, and I liked how cruel it was. But I go into this and like I'm already on edge, right? I'm like I did not want it to affect how I watched the movie, but I think if I didn't know it was an Osgood Perkins movie, I would have, like, minutes into this, I would have been like, this is a bad Shudder original.
Yeah, I could get that feeling from it. It does have the way it's shot. 100% it feels that way.
Yeah, I think it's like I think this is like one of my biggest problems with like the A24 generation of horror movies is that for every Hereditary, you get like a dozen or 2 dozen like art house movies that think that that they can rely on a batshit crazy ending as long as, it's like, I'm Osgood Perkins and I can make an 1.5-hour movie as long as the ending is so crazy people talk about it on Reddit, right? And this movie is ass. I mean bad. It is complete booty. It is 100% boring dog shit. Shots that last minutes of a lady standing behind a blurry door where she is framed in the bottom.
So just to let y'all know, this movie is about a couple, Liz and Malcolm. Malcolm takes Liz out to a cabin in the woods for their big weekend, and things go wrong. She starts hallucinating. She starts seeing things. She starts hearing things. It's basically your cabin in the woods story with an Osgood Perkins twist on it. I will tell you right now, you will probably figure out who the villain is in this film almost immediately.
And we're talking 60, the first 60-second montage.
Yes.
And it's like, I mean, there may be spoilers here, but we will not be discussing deep plot points of the movie. Like,
we can't, because I'm not completely sure I even understood what I was supposed to understand in this film.
Yeah,
to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, and it's not because the movie is trying to be elevated. It's because the movie goes, it is whatever you kind of, you know. In this first 60 seconds, we get a montage of a woman in the 50s, a woman in the 60s, a woman in Puritan times, and like a woman in the 80s, all getting taken to the same house, and all of them dying, and all of them screaming in bloody massacre. This is the first 60 seconds of the movie. So, cool. Hundreds of years of women dying. Here's another woman getting taken to the house by a rich guy. I wonder what's going to happen here. And it's immediately like, cool. And since it's Osgood, it's like some crazy voodoo with an old man in a young man's body. He's been killing women for hundreds of years for some reason. And this is the first 60 seconds.
I do wish that what Shaun is saying is wrong. I really do. But it's really not. If you've seen an Osgood Perkins film, you know it's going to have some kind of supernatural twist to it.
Or like any kind of new wave A24, you know, an Ari Aster, a Eggers film, a Witch, a Midsummer. It's like, yeah, cool.
And this isn't A24. This is Neon.
Yeah,
but still, it's they're up there with A24.
Yeah, this is our new class.
The independent. It is. It's Neon. It's been around for a while, but they are indeed the new set that are putting out the A24 elevated horror. I do believe is the term for it. And that's very much where Osgood Perkins is. And I think the reason why I liked The Monkey so much is it didn't feel like an Osgood Perkins film to me. It felt different, and I think that's why I enjoyed it. It felt like an 80s movie.
It felt like Final Destination-y as well.
It did. And that's why I enjoyed it, because it was fun. Whereas with this movie, I had a lot of trouble with this film because these two lead characters are so boring.
I know.
There is nothing interesting to either one of them. Malcolm is... I think that they could have gotten anybody to play Malcolm's role.
Yeah.
This actor, I don't know what they were trying to get him to be, but it's awful. It's some of the worst acting I've ever seen.
I felt uncomfortable and like you can feel this Osgood's like, it's so awkward, it's creepy, right? It's so awkward. Just they're so awkward, it's creepy. And it's like, no, man, it's like uncomfortable, like bad. Like his performance is so hollow and wooden, and I was just like, I just felt so uneasy. I was like, is he? Part of me was like, is he a different actor and his voice is overdubbed onto his lips? Like I was just like, what is happening?
So I know what's going to happen with what you just said, because you said it made you uneasy. And I know somebody in the comments is going to be like, well, he did his job right.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with it. For me, it wasn't that it made me uneasy. For me, it made it very, very boring.
Yeah.
And it made it where I wanted to turn the film off because I wasn't interested in it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and spoil it. I almost did. I almost said something that would have been a big spoiler. But what I am going to say is, I think that they could have done so much more with the Malcolm character, and I think it would have made for a way better film if they had actually worked a little harder with his character and fleshed it out to make something more interesting than what they gave us. Because in the long run, it's not that interesting.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like the characters and actors have zero chemistry. It's like I was like waiting for some weird cross plot. It was like they were brother and sister or something. It could have been anything because it's Osgood, which is like why you stick around to the end.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, this is fucking weird. Like there's no reason for this girl to be with this guy. Like, and it's like, there's a scene where he gives her some cake, and like so far they've like been romantic, I guess, but like the second you see the cake, she also is like, this cake is poisoned. You can see it in her fucking face, and it's like, okay, then why is she gonna eat this cake? Like why? And again, she makes stupid decisions. Like
she does. I think here's what the issue is. I think the problem with this film is this movie feels like there is a really important thing that happened in their relationship that we didn't get to see. Something really messed up happened, and we're the only people who don't know about it.
Yeah. And
everybody else in this film does.
Your audience does not know what happened.
No,
but they don't
have no idea.
There's like allusions to like she's the other woman, and like there's also allusions to like she was a struggling artist, and he bought a painting from her and his own girlfriend, and it's like I I don't know. It's like watching a boring filler episode of a series.
Yes. I would actually I agree with that, because you want there to be so much more to get you attached to these, and you don't get it. And I can understand that in some situations this could work because it makes it creepier.
Train
But
leaving the
in this
station.
situation, yeah, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But with this, it doesn't. It just makes you more frustrated, because that missing moment could be the thing that saves this film,
Yeah.
and it's just not there. You
Yeah.
just sit there and you wait, because that's what I did. I waited.
Yes.
I waited to see if that was going to happen, and then it didn't. You don't get anything,
because it's like her decision making and like the hallucinations she has and like why she would be with this guy, but also why there's a scene where he leaves the cabin for an afternoon, and she's
which you know is coming.
Yeah. And she's already hallucinating, and she's already scared of the neighbors, and she's already seeing like ghouls and shadows, and she just decides to stay in the cabin. And it's like this moment that the audience doesn't know about, that Greyson's talking about, is what could have been used that would keep her there, that would make her be like, okay, I'll stay. But instead, you don't know, so you're just like, she's a fucking moron. Like, what is she doing? What is she doing? And there's that scene. There is a small scene where when he says he's gonna leave, like tears involuntarily like come out of her face, and then
which was something I was gonna bring up, but I didn't know if that was a spoiler.
No, it's
but
not.
I'm glad you did bring it. I am glad you brought that up. It is the most awkward scene, because this also goes into what I said before. Something had to have happened that made her feel this way. That would have been awesome to be filled in on, because it would have added to the tension of this, because it was happening again.
Yeah, because he's like,
but it's not there.
Yeah, he's like, I have to leave. And then she's like, it's okay, I'll be fine. And she's kind of smiling. And like, it's like art house horror where she's smiling.
It is.
And then tears come out of both of her eyes. And then he's like super sad, and he kind of rubs his lips against the walls of the house in like kind of shame. He's like kind of like, yeah, I'm sorry, you know. And it's like, what? You're not freaked out. You're just sitting there watching. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? I don't I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know either.
Yeah. And so
I have no idea either.
And so we're waiting. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. And we get to like the 50-minute mark, and I'm like there is no like I'm like there is no ending. I don't care if she pulls goddamn Linda Blair from The Exorcist out of her fucking ear hole. It is not going to be enough to justify me sitting here and watching, because he leaves, and then we get 25 minutes of her moping around and cleaning wine stains. And
he's not exaggerating this at all. I just want you to know that what we are saying in this review is not an exaggeration. You could probably in the theater pull out a stopwatch and start it whenever he leaves the cabin. It's probably about 20 minutes of nothing happening.
She's calling her friend. Oh, he left. Oh man, I'm sitting in the bathroom. I'm getting up from my nap. And it's like, and we do get like a couple
there are
of
some
ghoulish wonders, right? That aren't, they're not,
it's weird CGI.
It's
I'll be straight up with you. It's weird CGI that it just, I wanted to be scared, because there is a part in the trailer of a creature that you see that is creepy looking.
Yeah.
It's very creepy. The problem is that you've already seen it. Whenever you see it in the movie, it's not as creepy, because you know what's coming, and it made me mad because had I not seen that in the trailer, it would have unnerved me.
Yes.
But I knew it was coming, and I was waiting for it the whole movie. And then I saw it, and I was, okay, thanks. Yeah. I wish I wouldn't have seen that at all.
Yeah. And so effectively, you get Osgood saying, I promise, just hang on. Hang on, what's this going to be? Come on. And then 20 minutes goes by, and you're like, man, hey, this is kind of ass. And Osgood's, oh, no, just one more second. And then an hour and 25 minutes goes by. And then Osgood is like, now I'll hit you with it. And then you're like, hey, that was like remotely interesting for like 3 or 4 minutes. And then the movie's like, credits, bitch. And you're like, but like, you can't do, there was stuff you didn't see. And the script is padded with Malcolm going, yeah, it's things that I can't explain. You know.
You do get a couple of interesting things in there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There are some moments where you go, "Hey, okay, this is going somewhere," and then it almost immediately backfires.
Did you see me look at my phone in the theaters?
No, I did. Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
I
saw you look at it because you're wondering how long we had left.
Yes,
to
because
see
I
if it
looked.
wraps it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at my phone because I was like, "Wow, we're getting somewhere." There's no way we need another hour.
Yep.
To explore everything that's just been introduced.
Doesn't have it.
And there was 5 minutes left in the film. I was like, man, what an awesome introduction. I mean, like, if you just take, there's a key scene towards the end where our leads are talking and things are revealed. And it's just like, Greyson, could you have imagined if that was the first 5 minutes of the movie?
I was going to bring up, if you took the opening of them going into the film, cut out the next 35 minutes, put in that really interesting scene, and then had that develop from there on, and then we got the outcome, probably would have said we had some heat on our hands.
Yeah.
I would have been down with that. But I will say this, you don't get that. You don't get anywhere near that. You end up getting kind of a wet fart for an ending. And it might just be me. I know that I have a lot of trouble with elevated horror movies. I really do. A lot of the times I guess I don't understand them, but there are a couple of them, like Hereditary, I love.
Mm-hmm.
I love Talk to Me. I love Bring Her Back. I think those are phenomenal films. But in all of those films, you get a beginning, a middle, and end that all link together, that are all very easy to follow, and that go out with a bang.
Yeah.
In this film, you get a boring opening, you get a boring middle, and then you get a boring ending.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's a nothing burger, man.
And
it really is.
And I was kind of looking on the way home, and it's like, okay, cool. Well, is there a high message here? And it's like, no, there isn't. It's like, cool, maybe I mean, obviously from the trailers, we know that women are killed a lot in this movie, right?
Yes.
And so it's like, cool, well, maybe there's is there like an empowerment aspect here, or like some kind of messaging that you could pull, like a Midsummer or something? And it's like, no, it's not. Like, it's just
it's just a story. It's just a story.
Yeah. I couldn't.
Is all it is.
I legitimately, like, it really felt like an AI dream. You know the videos
It
where
does.
it's like somebody generates AI and it's like a hang glider turns into a boat and then it splashes into a kitten and then a little kid pops up with like a race car over his head, and then the race car becomes a rocket ship, and then an old man pops out of it and flies off into outer space. Those really,
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
it's like
the really weird ones. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, that's what it felt like. And it really isn't just, you just can't, it does not feel like it was written by a human being. It's just,
It doesn't. It really doesn't. It feels like a fever dream. And this is in contention with one of the worst horror movies I've seen of the year.
yeah,
This is hard because I'm looking at I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I'm looking at Hell House, and this is fighting it right now.
yeah. And I think it's like,
it really is.
I mean, it really is just like, I would watch I Know What You Did Last Summer over both of those in a heartbeat, right?
Yes.
I think, yeah, it's just like, for me, it's weird because of like pedigree, right? But like, I would watch this over Hell House to make fun of it. But maybe I'd watch Hell House to make fun of it more than this. I don't know.
I was thinking about that on the way home.
Yeah.
I was sitting there and saying to myself, which film would I watch between this and Hell House? I honestly would watch Hell House over this again.
Because there's more to mock.
And it's not only that, it is that. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I think it is. Whereas that Hell House is so bad that it's not good either. Like, you can't say it's so bad it's good. But it is bad enough to kind of be like, I guess that was kind of funny to watch again.
Yeah.
I mean, it would maybe show the ending to people and go, hey, yeah, it makes no sense, right? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I want you to watch this scene and tell me, are these people actually acting? Like,
yes.
Are they... And I hate being mean. I really do, because every film has something special to it. There's something to it.
Yeah, and it's not in the spirit of the channel at all. But it is just like, yeah, man, it's just like a 1. Like, it is a solid 1 for me. Like,
I don't know, man.
Would you give this a 0?
I'm struggling with this one.
See,
I'm really struggling with a score for this.
Yeah, I'm at like a 1. I am at a. It was a waste of time and money, and I'm mad that I don't want to support content. I don't want to support a watchable experience like this. Like,
yeah,
and I'm mad, and it's like, I'm glad that I have this to record with you, because it gave me a reason to see it. Otherwise, I'm mad that my time was wasted.
I think that I am going to give this. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say, I'm just gonna give it a 0, man.
A 0?
I'll never. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There is, when I think about this film, this is 3 zeros this year.
Yeah,
This is crazy. But when I think of this film, there is absolutely nothing that I could say positive to somebody to say you should go see this film.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it. Even whenever it's on streaming, I would not recommend it. There's nothing positive from me on this film. And I'm sure there will be people that like it. And if you are watching this film and you're watching this review and you did like the film, awesome. But for me, it doesn't give you anything.
Yeah.
All it gives you is a loud noise. That's it.
I'll give it.
It gives you a loud noise.
I think my 1 comes from, like, just there are some designs in this, but the designs, they look like an AI prompt. Like, they really fucking do. I
agree, and it doesn't look good to me. It looks like a 2014 YouTube short monster to me, is what it looks like. It's just something that it doesn't look scary. And at least with Longlegs, there were scenes in the movie that unnerved me at certain parts. I don't like that movie, but at least I could say, hey, that opening was sick, and there's a couple of parts in it that there's a lot of tension.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't get that in this at all. There is nothing there.
Yeah.
So I think it's his worst film, and I will say I wish I wouldn't have paid money to see this.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, don't go see Keeper. It's not fun to watch as a joke either. Really disappointing, and yeah, I'm just all in on, like, no, not a director that I'm at all.
Yeah, I wish.
Excited about.
I really wish he would do more stuff like The Monkey. I really do.
You mean other people's work and then adapt them?
Well, not that. I think that I get that. I think that Osgood Perkins could make a really good horror comedy. I do, because he's got the awkwardness down.
Yeah.
He's got the awkwardness to make it oh, it's kind of creepy, but that's really funny too. You know, like I think he could really do it. But these last couple of movies that I've been seeing with him, it's just, what is this?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Please,
yeah.
if there's a way to explain it to me, awesome. But it's not clicking at all.
And any explanation he would give, my reaction would be like, "Oh, okay." but yeah,
no, that ain't it.
Oh, okay. But let us know what you thought of Keeper. Make sure and go to patreon.com/hangtime to support horror content just like this, and fund myself and Greyson and everything we got going on. Make sure and go check out our latest review of how about some Predator Badlands? Go spend your money on that one.
Yeah, that's another spoiler for your review. You can go check out. Let us know what you thought. Tell us what your favorite Osgood Perkins movie is. I need to know what y'all look forward to whenever you see an Osgood movie, so I can start to understand this. Because I know there's going to be another film in probably a year, because this man be kicking them out.
Yeah,
yearly.
He's a farmer.
It's crazy.
He's a film
it's
farmer.
Crazy. There's been 3 movies. He knocked out Longlegs, the monkey, and this. All of them.
Too many.
This is crazy.